Hello, this is the Adam and Dedra Show, and we got another one from east side of Phoenix. Drank some great beers. 100 Mile Brewing Company is where we headed to. And first off, cheers.
Our beer.
I've been staring at this, and I'm getting really thirsty.
And it's a beer brought to you by
Treehouse again. Sorry, we got a bunch of them. I just really like them. This one has a cool label. It's like an orange lollipop. It's called Orange Super Treat, which is an American double IPA with oranges, and that does give you like an orange punch to that, doesn't it?
It does. I feel like it's a very good summer beer. I
Oh,
like
man.
it. It's refreshing.
I have a second sip right here.
And while he takes a sip, I just wanted to point out my shirt today. Yes, it is Christmas because it's Christmas in July. And of course, it's brought to you by Dixon along with my hat. My shirt is the Clark.
Oh, yes. Clark Griswold from Christmas Vacation. It's so perfect. You know what? When I bought it for you, I don't think I put that together. I was like, ooh, Christmas lights.
Well, what did you think was on there?
I said Christmas lights. I just didn't know it was called the Clark. And once I found that out, I was pretty excited about it. It's a great name.
And what I really like about this is actually, I think I want to say this is my first long sleeve bamboo shirt. And perfectly, like, since it's July and we're in Phoenix, perfectly comfortable wearing this indoors.
Yeah.
I was just say outdoors, but we've had some monsoon activity, so I don't know if it'd be too comfortable wearing it outdoors.
Yeah. And if I
with
look up,
the humidity.
yeah, if I look up, it's the ceiling. I'm pretty sure we're indoors right now.
You really had to fact check that?
Yeah. Just my finger. Yeah. We're indoors.
Oh yeah, we can go.
This is honestly a great beer. And I'm wearing Dixon too in my Stone Brewing hat, which is fairly new.
Your flannel is not a long sleeve bamboo.
No, it's a long sleeve. And I was trying to read the name of it.
Hold on, let me fact check that. Yep, it is indeed a long sleeve.
Nice. I'll give you that one. But this past weekend we went to 100 Mile Brewing Company and had a heck of a time. I mean, it was a long drive to get out there. I think it was like 60 miles one way. And we just wanted to hit some breweries over in that side. And today we're going to be talking about two of them.
Well, what was really nice and special about this day was it was on a Friday, but it was the weekend of the 4th of July. So you and another friend of ours, you guys were both off that Friday. So we made plans. We're like, hey, we've got Friday off. Well, you guys have Friday off. Let's go out brewery hopping on a Friday, and normally you're working all day and working hard. So I thought it was a great way to spend a Friday afternoon brewery hopping and eating delicious food.
Oh,
and
man.
It sure was. It was amazing.
Yeah, we had a heck of a time.
A little bit of a drive to get out to 100 Mile, but it was worth it because there's really not a lot of stuff on the west side. So we know that we're going to have to travel at least a good 45 minutes to an hour to get out to some place that's going to be really good. And to places that we haven't tried yet. So
yes.
100 Mile.
That was the focus.
100 or 100 Mile?
100 Mile.
Okay. I was like trying to be proper and I was like
100 Mile. It could be any number of 100.
Excuse me, sire. Do you know where 100 Mile
Didn't we
is?
just do sire last week?
Did we?
Yes, we did.
All right.
So went to 100 Mile, and first thing you notice, it's right off the freeway. You can kind of see they have this big tower out front. See the 100 Mile logo on it or their name on it, and get off the freeway. And then you're like at a hotel and you're like,
Right.
Where the hell did it go? So we like pulled into this hotel parking lot, kind of like went creepy slow.
You really had to go slow because it's just a weird shape and it's a tight parking lot with speed bumps. Like anybody's going to be speeding through there. It wasn't a straight parking lot. It was like round, but there was parking in the middle. So
Yeah.
if you can imagine trying to get through both sides, it was actually pretty tight.
And it
So
was a hotel because remember the lobby was off to the right, so you'd be like checking in if you went that direction.
yeah, it was kind of an odd parking lot. So we get past that part and we're still looking at GPS like did we
Are we?
turn too fast? So we just kept going and we're like, "Oh, okay, keep going, keep going." And then we got super lucky, found it, front row parking
Oh yeah.
next to two handicap spots. I got the last front row parking spot next to a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get any of the shade from the tree, but I see.
Like it matters nowadays anymore.
Well, yes,
Feels
because
like it
when
does.
it's 115, you want some sort of shade.
Very true.
Just your car raw dogging it out in the
But that place
sun.
was cool. So we walked in, really neat building. You see on the right side of the building, like before you even walk in, they have all these windows, and that's where all the brewing equipment was. And on the left side, it was all just like a giant patio. So we walked in like right in the middle of that. And I'm thinking that patio, when it's cooler outside, is probably really neat to hang out on. Um, that was,
Absolutely.
yeah, really neat.
So when you walk in, again, like you said, there's all the brewing equipment off to the right, but right in the center, it was kind of awkward because with that being our first trip, like we were expected to be greeted by a hostess, somebody, a podium stand, nothing. And there was just like these big cigar lounge smoking chairs all over the place when you first walk in. And then there is a bar, but that was full. So then if you look left, it went down. It was like a long, narrow building. So we walked left and there was a second bar over there, along with a lot more just tables and high top tables. So we sat down at the bar, kind of unsure if anybody was there or if it was even
Yeah.
open because nobody was there behind the counter or sitting at the counter. So we sat down apprehensive, and then a guy came around and was just like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" And we're like, "Oh, all right, you can serve us here, right?"
We can order. We're like trying to squint at the tiny screen that's across at the other bar. Like, oh.
You could definitely tell that that was our first time there.
Yeah.
Everybody walking in, we're just like, "Noobs."
Totally.
So once we got hunkered down at the counter, it was really cool because I was kind of torn between two different beers that I wanted to order. And Adam, genius man that he is, he was like, you know what? Get her both. She's going to get the West Hawk American IPA, and she's also going to get the New England IPA, the Desert Neon. And I looked at the bartender, and then I kind of looked at Adam because I was the driver.
I got 10-ounce beers. I didn't get full ones.
But still, I kind of looked at the bartender and he poured them both and brought them over to me. And I was just like, oh, so you can do that. I don't know how often they do, but I was just like, wow, all right, I guess I'm coming back to this place. Now I know if I'm ever stuck between choosing, between two, get them both.
Get them both. Mine, I was a little afraid of because we didn't eat anything for the day yet. We just headed straight out and we're like, we'll get some food while we're out anyway. And I got one called Blood Hawk, which was a triple hazy IPA at 12%. It was like a red color.
Oh my gosh. And I was like, okay, so this is how we're starting the day.
Oh, it got worse and worse. Or better and better, I guess, depending on which way you looked at it. From my perspective, it was great. But it was like a red colored beer. I didn't expect that. And it said it was like a hazy. I thought it was a little bit more clear for a hazy. And I was like, this is a 12%. So I took a sip of mine. And I'm like, that's not a 12% drinker. 12% is heavy. I mean, that is really heavy. Usually you get like a little bit of a bite with that one, or it's a barrel-aged stout or a barley wine, something like that. Nope, not this one. This one was it was pretty clean. I mean, you could tell it was pretty viscous. So you could tell it was pretty thick.
It was going to get you.
It was going to get you. Yeah. But it was like one of those dangerous ones too.
Yeah. Especially on an empty stomach.
I got it. And hey, I'm still here to talk about it. But we got some food too, so that was the focus.
So my West Hawk, the American IPA, was at 7%, and then the second one that I had was the Desert Neon, the New England. That one was just over 6%. That was 6.1% actually, and I enjoyed them both, and I was really glad that you had ordered both of them for me because then I could sip them both side by side.
So a friend of ours, he got a flight, and I can't remember exactly what he got except for one of them. and I think he got the 12% one that I got, but it was a stout, and it had almost no information on the menu when we were looking at it, and it was a peanut butter stout. It was like, we're drinking it like, do you taste peanuts in here? Or do you taste some sort what
Is
is
it
that?
is
And
it
I think
just
he
me?
had to look it up on Untapped to actually figure out what it was, but that was a great beer.
That was very good. That was
Oh my
good.
gosh. But we did want to get food too. And actually, I think the reason why we started at that place is because they serve food also. And heard good things about it. Actually, it was on a TV show called Check Please.
Check please
Check
on
Please.
Channel
Yeah.
8 PBS.
Yeah. It was, yeah, a PBS show. And it was strictly that particular one is about Arizona restaurants. They have, they just do similar things, I guess, that we do. We're just rating it and talking about the food that we had, but
Yes, actually. So,
competition? I'm just
yeah,
kidding.
not at that level. I mean, it's hosted by Chef Mark Tarbell, so he might be a little bit more
Just a
professional than
tad.
us. But yes, if you guys ever are curious, it's on Channel 8 and it's called Check Please. And that's literally just what they do. They have the host and then three people. All three people recommend a restaurant. All three go at different times. They come back, they air the show or they film the show and they just talk about their reviews. They talk about drinks, any appetizers, the main course, and then if they ended up with dessert or anything like that. So I really love that concept because that actually has helped us or it has introduced us to a lot of new food places as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not in Arizona, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe look it up online.
You too?
I'm sure it's somewhere. You can find anything nowadays.
Yes.
But we got some shrimp tacos, came with 3 shrimp tacos, and they didn't, if I remember correctly, it wasn't like big old pieces of shrimp in there. They like chopped it up with everything else, didn't they?
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. I was expecting and hoping it to be whole pieces of shrimp, but I mean, that was just my personal preference.
Yeah, and you know what? I wasn't mad at it because you know what? You got a little bit of shrimp with every bite, and it was mixed in with all the other toppings in there, and it
Oh,
had
yeah.
pineapple.
Oh, say, my favorite parts.
Well, you get an al pastor taco, you get that pineapple inside of there,
No,
and I
I
like
don't
it.
get those. You get
I
those.
get those, and I enjoy them.
I don't know why. I'm also not a pineapple on pizza person. I just don't like hot pineapple. I've always had pineapple cold and I just eat it by itself or maybe as a garnish in a drink. But either way, like and then I get it on my food and I don't know. That's just not for me.
Oh, man, I liked
So
it. It was good. Those tacos
I
were great.
So once I took that first bite and I was like, "Ooh, I wasn't expecting sweets with my shrimp taco, you know?" So I was like, sweet." So I looked in there and kicked out the few pieces that I could see and left them for you.
Yeah, I just went after them too. None of it went to waste, I'll be honest.
So other than the shrimp or other than the pineapple and the shrimp tacos, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. And again, shrimp can easily be overcooked quickly,
Mhm.
and it was not overcooked there. Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
and it was
But it
all
was
chopped up too, so it was kinda hard to get, like, a full bite of it also.
but it was still really good.
Yeah.
And then we also got an order of wings, which of course love wings.
They were big, holy
I was about
crap.
to say, I was like, man, the chickens that these legs came off of.
Wings?
Or okay, wings, but not with how big they were. These suckers were huge.
Yeah, and it was good. It was like we got just like the buffalo sauce, and the only thing that I didn't really care for as much, which I could see how a lot of other people would like it, but it had blue cheese crumbles on the top of it also. But they were just good, meaty,
Oh,
cooked
that's
all the way through. Oh, they were so
well,
good.
you want your wings cooked all the way through.
Yeah, otherwise you get salmonella or E. coli or I forget the difference on those. But
You end up with a bad stomach tomorrow.
very true, but sometimes, when they're, like, that large, it gets kinda, like, rubbery almost
Yeah,
in the inside, and these ones weren't like that. It was this perfectly tender chicken.
they were
Oh
very,
my
very
gosh.
good.
I think that stole the show for the food that we ate. I mean, even the shrimp
Absolutely.
tacos,
Oh, for sure.
those were
The
good.
the wings had me before the shroom tacos did. But I just wish like they offered like a dry rub, and that's again another personal preference. I like a lot of the spicy dry rub, and that's all because of Crazy Mike's wings. I was introduced to dry rub wings for the first time, and I've always just been a buffalo like hot sauce person. And the first time having Crazy Mike's, it was just a lemon pepper dry rub, and I never been a lemon pepper person at all. And I tried it and I was like, wow. And I was like, this dry rub thing, they might be onto something.
Yeah, and it was
So
spicy lemon pepper. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't. It was a
It
while
was,
ago.
yeah.
But since then, we've discovered their Crazy Mike's hot dry rub.
Yeah.
And that's my like when you have wings and they're dry rub, that's the bar. That's definitely been set by Crazy
And so
Mike's.
far, everybody's been underneath that. Those wings are great.
Although the wings at Booties are not bad
They're
either.
not,
They're
no.
not as thick and as meaty as Crazy Mike's, but I think Booties would be a really good second contender on that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And
anyways, going back to 100 Mile,
oh,
if they if
yes.
they if they had a dry rub, I don't know. That would be some stiff
Oh my
competition
gosh,
for
yeah,
Crazy
that'd be good.
Mike's.
So the one thing about dry rub and the reason why I like it so much is because it stays hot. So in the occasions that we got it, especially if you take it to go or get it, and eat it at a different place, there's a lot of times where you get sauced wings where the skin gets kind of chewy
Oh yeah, and
and
it
it
just gets
cools off faster.
yeah, it just gets kind of weird.
Yeah, but the dry rub ones seem to stay hot longer, and just that even after you get them to wherever you're going to eat them, I mean, they're still crispy, they're still oh,
Mm.
man, you can tear them apart, you get that steam that comes oh, man. Oh, yeah, still good.
Oh man, I could go for some Crazy Mike's wings now.
Yeah. So the third thing we ate there
Oh
and
yes,
what our friend ordered was the chips.
the Mayor
Yeah.
chips. Mayor, terrible with names, but it's the mayor of Tempe.
Yeah.
It's his appetizer that he goes and gets there whenever he goes there,
Yeah,
and
they
they
named
named
it.
it.
Yeah.
They
Oh, shit.
named it after him.
Jinx. Oh, man, but yeah, and that's one of the things that we saw when they featured that on that
Check, please.
check please, yes, thank you.
I can't remember because it comes out with the sauce, and I can't remember the sauce, like a dipping sauce that it comes out with. Do you recall what that
It
was?
was 2 different types, and I don't remember exactly, no, but it was 2 different dipping sauces. Why am I thinking that it's like a beer cheese? But I know that's not right.
I think it's because the wings stole the show,
Yeah.
and we're just kind of hung up there.
Very true. Those wings were good, though. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed those, but I got another beer after having the 12%. We got that peanut butter stout was called Hey Buddy, by the way, and it was just it
Mm.
was a really good stout, and I think it was with collaboration on some society, and I don't remember exactly what that was either. Again, I didn't order it, but it was so good. There was a second stout they had called like Burnt Embers, I think it was called. That one I didn't care for as much. It had a really smoky flavor that I don't know. It was just left like that smoke flavor inside your mouth after you got done with it. Not bad at the start, but it was that after flavor that I didn't like. And I just got like a small taster of that one.
So
Eh,
it tastes like the way you smell when you come back from camping?
yes, exactly.
Mm.
That might even be better. It's almost like a ashtray kind of taste afterwards,
Mm.
or like the next day after you smoked a cigar and you wake up in the morning like still tasting it. That's what I kind of felt like I got with it. But at the beginning, it was pretty solid. It's just afterwards you get that lingering flavor that I just didn't care for as much. And then another one which was okay. It was another hazy IPA called Peachza. So it was supposed to be like a peach flavored New England hazy IPA. I gave you some of it too. That peach flavor was, I felt like nowhere in it. And I would assume that that type of fruit is kind of hard to get inside the beer. Peach, I mean, that you don't see those very often, do you?
No,
Do you remember it at all?
I do not.
Okay, it wasn't very memorable, I
No.
guess. But it was a good start to the day, and we're like, "Okay, what's next?"
Now that we got some food in us, Adam's had 3 beers, I've had 2.
Well, again, you were the driver this
So
time,
we went
so
on to the next place, and we actually have been wanting to go there for a while, because they did an event with Saddle Mountain, and we're talking about Catalyst.
mhm.
Catalyst had a tent over at Saddle Mountain for an event that they had thrown, and I think it was for their. It was a. I think it wasn't for the Bravest because that was that really big one that was at the Goodyear ballpark.
It was the first one that they did, so
This one was in their parking lot.
yeah, it was the first year they did it in their parking lot, the second year they did it in that big giant field, so it was the first visit for the Brews for the Brave Brew
Wow.
Brews for the Bravest. Something like that.
No, because I thought that no, I feel like they've been doing that.
They maybe they did it other years, but I just remembered it was the year prior to when they had the big one.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Um, Regardless, they had a tent out there at Saddle Mountain in their parking lot, and of course, you're gonna go through and sample all the beers at the tents and stuff that are
Of
there.
course.
But I just remember coming back because Catalyst, surprise, surprise, had a hazy that I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna stand around and
I'm gonna
hang
drink
out
this
at."
hazy.
I want to stand around and hang out at this tent, and not lose my place in line because by the time I'm done, I'm just gonna get right back in line. We're not wasting time here
Oh, no.
because I was gonna drain the keg. So I was like, all right, get back in line. I don't want them going back with beer, back to their brewery. So I was like, all right, Catalyst, it's you and me. Let's do this. So that was actually our next spot that we went to. And over there at Catalyst, maybe it was the Paradise Valley New England Hazy that I got there at the Saddle Mountain event. I don't know. That was a while ago. I doubt it, but it was a hazy. I got the New England Hazy, and by then, just having those 2 beers and all that food, we're being weighed on the east side as well. I was like, I'm gonna take it easy. I was the driver, so I was like, I'm gonna let everybody else kind of really indulge over there at Catalyst. But I really did just take it slow, and I just sipped on my beer, and I enjoyed it. And just being able to sit there because it was kind of almost like at an awkward time. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock ish. So that's kind of like that time frame where they open, but people are just barely starting to get off work. So the place really wasn't that packed. I mean, there was probably like a handful of people there, but they were all their retirees getting in there before all the young bucks like us come in and take the place over. But walking up to Catalyst, it was beautiful. And again, it was just another one of those things that you could really see, like once the weather cools off, just having a beer and spending a lot of long time and a lot of beers there. Cause that was the first thing that you walk up to is their patio and you go through this little short gate. And it's covered with, well, not covered, but it's kind of enclosed by trees, big trees, and they have a mister system out there and a ton of tables.
Hmm.
So it really looks just like a really fun place to go and hang out and just really spend, a Saturday there.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we pulled into that parking lot, we were just like trying to search it because it was part of a strip mall. It was like right on that inside corner too. And we're like,
Yeah.
where's it at? Where's it at? And then we saw it. And we're like, oh, there it is.
Well, we're all busy looking right. And it was almost like, look left, stupid.
Yeah.
Right there in the corner, that big area.
Yeah, I'll see the misters and but it was cool. We walked in there. Again, I love seeing the brewery equipment when you get inside of a place like that. And off to the left, they had this little short wall, and behind it was all of their tanks, fermentation tanks, and all their kettles and everything. Just that just screams brewery when you're inside of a place like that. They had a
Yeah.
long bar plus tables along the outside also. And we just sat there at the bar because, that's what we do. And that's the closest place to get a beer is gonna be at the bar typically.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like we're gonna always get our best services sitting right there at the bar. And plus you get the opportunity again for people like us who like to go to bars and sit at the bar and just talk, get to, mingle with other people around that area because it's not often that we're out that far in Tempe to, go to Catalyst and see that side of the world.
Yeah, yeah. And I was really surprised. So I got in there and I just grabbed an IPA just to have something to kind of sip on. And I think I can't remember. I think I got like a smaller pour of that. I didn't want a full thing because it was the Digging Up Bones, which I talked about in another episode. They did that beer for the Smeltertown um, beer festival,
Anniversary.
the anniversary. Yes, their beer festival there, and it was made in collaboration for that festival there. They had it at Catalyst, since they're the ones who made it with them. And I was surprised that they still had it. So I was like, all right, well, give me a pour of that. And then I started looking at that menu and I'm like, oh my God, they have like all of this barrel aged stuff that I never even knew. All this time, I never knew that they had all this stuff. So me and our friend Randy were just, hey, oh, what about this one? And I'll be honest, I think I remember the ones that I got and the ones that he got, but I'm going to talk about four of them specifically. And it doesn't really matter if he got it or I got it. We were sharing the sips anyway. But the first one I think I remember getting was called Vanilla Reality. And do you remember the bottle of that kinda looked like the Ready Player One, and it had, like, all
Hmm.
the colors, but it
Yeah.
said Vanilla Reality, and that was a
Ah.
barrel-aged stout, so that was pretty cool. They had one called the Standard, which I think Randy got that one. That one was really good, and if that's their standard, I mean, the standard was which was really up there. They had a, Belgian quad that I got called, uh, I think it was a barrel aged Trappist is what it was, and that beer was good too. I mean, I haven't always been the biggest fan. I'm growing into the Belgian beers, the quads, the doubles, the triples, all those. This one was it was good and tasted very true to style also. And there was a barley wine
Sorry.
also.
I didn't mean to interrupt on you on that one, but I just took a sip of my beer and oh, that was
So
good.
good, right?
That was very good.
It was
That was
called
well, that was almost involuntary.
It was called, Mobility Scooter. Schooler? It was called Mobility Scooter, and that was a really good barley wine also, and I know we got other tasters, but those barrel age drinks, I'm just gonna call all four of them were barrel aged. They stole the show for me. I mean, I know that you're not the biggest fan.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, and so they had a bunch of stuff to go too, and they had a
Mm.
cooler behind the bar, and I'm, like, trying to get binoculars to go and, like, look at them. Of course, it's on the other end, not the side we were sitting on.
But it was a little skinny cooler though.
It was, yeah.
It wasn't like a normal one that's on the other side or the opposite end of the brewery. That was like the opposite end of the bar where we were sitting, but it was also behind the counter.
Yes.
So there wasn't really like an access point where you could get to it and be like, ease of, "Ooh, I'm gonna get this one. Oh, they have this," and just be able to go and pluck and grab what you want. Um, but before you get there, I do want to say that our bartender, she had seen that I was just drinking the one and I was drinking it slowly. And we had brought up the slushie machine because they had two slushie machines. And they were actually, I think, both margaritas. There was one that was just like a standard margarita, like a lime. And the other, I think it was pomegranate now that I think about it.
I thought it was a seltzer that they made into a slushie. I could be wrong.
I don't remember. It was pink,
Hmm.
which was deceiving because that's always going to be not like a Starburst pink, kind of like a darker, like a reddish pink color, like almost like a red Starburst. I don't know why Starburst has such good colors to
Everything's
to
Starburst colors.
identify. Yes, this is Starburst yellowish orange.
They had an orange one, and it kinda
um,
looked like that, I guess.
but I wasn't a fan of the reddish slushy, but just their regular margarita. She just gave me like a little small pour of each. And I could really go back and have that margarita slushy. And I'm usually just like an on the rocks person for margaritas, no salt on the rim. But I don't know what it was about their margarita slushy. That was really good. And I think, well, maybe because it was like 10% alcohol.
Was it that
Maybe,
much?
yes, for a slushy. And that kind of reminded me of Saunas.
Oh, yeah.
And, but
Still haven't
I,
got back there.
no, not yet. We need to. Um, but just I remember just sipping on it and she was like, "Oh yeah, this one's 10%, this one's blah blah blah." And then after she had told me it was 10%, I'm like, "Oh, that's why this one tastes so much better."
See how you do after a full cup of that.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's one that you're definitely going to want to sit there, or at least I would. I would definitely sit there and sip on that for sure.
Yeah.
This
Well,
would this is actually probably ideal slushy margarita weather.
did
So
Yeah, truly it is. I
Either
mean,
go
it'd melt like right away, but hey, it'd be good in those first few sips. I wanted to see the bottles too, behind the counter. They wouldn't let me back there, which, probably for legal reasons or something, security reasons. She's like, "Oh, I'll just bring them over to you." So like 3 trips later, she's still like bringing these bottles, and I got them all lined up, and I'm like, "Ooh," I wanted all of them. And because like from the behind the counter, like we were just talking about, I think all of them had like little minuscule writing on it. Couldn't see any of it except for the one that said the standard. I knew which one that one was, but I ended up taking one home, and yeah, it was a numbered release. So I think they only did like
Hmm.
100 bottles or something, and I got like number 31 out of 100 in that
Oh.
series. So I can't wait to crack that open one of these days. And the thing about stouts, I mean, you can just sit on them and just wait for that right opportunity to just have it. And of course, when you have it, you got to share it with people. So that's the plan. When I get
And
that opportunity.
actually, update by the way, I am starting to get into these barrel aged stouts a lot more than from when we first started this show. So there's been actually a few barrel aged stouts. I don't know them by name, but I actually did come across some barrel aged stouts, and I'm starting to now like, oh, hey, what'd you get? And I'll just, take a sip from it, which I mean, I know how much you love yours, so I'm pretty sure you're like, oh, yeah, yes, here, try this.
I love
When,
sharing my beers. I don't
okay.
mind.
I figured it'd be like, no, get your own pour, get your own sample, get your own flight.
It begins.
I'm literally crossing over to the dark side.
Yes. Dark stout side.
I'm crossing to the stout side.
I love it. But that was, I mean, great. 2 great places that we ended up hitting. And I mean, 2 breweries. Hey, you guys are getting a twofer also. We had 100 Mile Brewing and Catalyst Crafted Ales. Both of them were solid places. Got some good food, got some good drink, and got to spend some good time with a good friend, Randy. Love you, brother. And that was a good time. I loved it.
Brandy, love you more.
Well, cheers, everyone. And thanks for spending this time with us today. We got plenty more, and just tune in because I can't wait to talk about the rest
Hopefully,
of
we
them.
were entertaining enough for you.
Oh, yeah. And that was so good. That last drink. Woo, man.
And please, if you're ever near or in the area, go check out 100 Mile. Go check out
Oh,
Catalyst.
yeah. Or if you have somewhere else that we missed, tell us about it. Reach out to Dedra on Instagram. She's always on there, or on YouTube. We'd love to hear from you.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.